We have Tito Kilonzi, who's joining me here in studio. Thank you very much, sir, for joining me. All right, so he's a chief officer in the security department in the Nairobi County government. And we also have Oscar Awiti, who's a security assessment expert. He's joining us from our city center studio. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. All right, so first I'd like to start with Oscar Awiti. He's joining us from our city center studio, like I mentioned. And I'd like to hear your thoughts about these muggings that have been taking place. You've seen the images on social media, very worrying, from ladies' earrings to money to handbags. What is your take about this?
Thank you very much. I want to say that it's very unfortunate. These are some of the things that have been happening. It's only that they've been happening in downtown. Suddenly, they've now started encroaching and coming towards the middle of the CBD. What has been happening is that these are delinquent criminals. And delinquent criminals have not been given proper attention within the CBD. And so they are growing towards specialization. They are trying to specialize in the ways of earning. Remember, an urbanized, Nairobi is a hub of East Africa, and most businesses penetrate through the Nairobi, which is the capital city of Kenya. And so it is critically important that the county government, closely in relationship and in working relationship with the police, develop a working strategy that would be dealing with delinquent criminals from the tender age before they specialize. But you see now they are specializing. When you drive across Uhuru Highway, when there is traffic, you'll find them there. And when you want to know now that they have specialized, it's now they know their prey. They will time you, they'll pick your phone, and they know the direction to disappear. They know the direction where ladies walk through, you know, and this explains specialization. They are now getting to be more dangerous with time.
All right.
So it is important that an investigation is done and the county government, together with the police, aligns a proper strategy that is working.
All right. And already the county government is doing something. Let me come back to studio. Thank you very much, Mr. Tito Kilonzi, for joining us here. Let's talk about these incidences, because like Oscar mentioned, you know, even from the past, we've had quite a number of Nairobi residents falling prey to gangs, whether it's the street boys and girls who pull out your side mirror. So it's something, it's not like a new phenomenon. It's only that right now these gangs are bolder. Why do you think they're now bolder than they were before, that they can do these things broad daylight in front of other people who are walking past?
Thank you, Betty. What I want to say from the onset is that this crime, well, has been there for some time. But first of all, before I say more, I want to thank the media fraternity because of the highlighting the magnitude of this crime. After it came out to light a few days ago, we as a county government, we have formed a team drawn from an enforcement sector. And the team is 2 days old now. The first day the team was formed, we were able to net 5. Yesterday, we were able to net 10.
These are people or gangs?
These are now
individuals.
These are the individuals who are involved in this vice, in this crime. But what I want to say is that following now what has come out, we have forged a rapport with the national government, the National Police Service, and there was a high-profile meeting yesterday, chaired by the regional commissioner, national government security officials, and I was in attendance. And note that there was no teams before that were in place. They were there, but they were rejuvenated. And we have now forged a common approach to deal with this vice.
To deal with this
vice. As we speak now, the capacity of the county government is not as much but actually we work hand in hand, and we are good work together with the national government. And the team now that we have formed yesterday, it is now inclusive because we are working together.
You're working together.
And when we arrest these people, because now we in the county government, we may not have the capacity for further investigations, we arrest, and then the National Police Service take over the matter, they investigate, and they arraign the criminals before the court of law.
All right.
So, as from that time now, this issue came to light, and now there was a hue and cry across the city.
Yeah.
I can assure you, Nairobi is now better today and moving forward.
Well, you said they've been in operation for about 2 days, but
My team.
Okay.
My team.
Your team.
Yes.
So let's talk about that anti-mugging squad that was initiated yesterday. Who does it comprise of? Does it have members of the police? Because you say that the county government on its own does not have the capacity. So who else is part of this squad?
Let me put things clear. We as a county government, we have enforcement officers.
Right.
I can say we have across military discipline service because we are partially disciplined and we know some basics of security, but we are not comparable to our national police service.
Yes.
Right now, we have the powers to arrest, and we have some mechanism also to contain situations. But there are some situations which even if they are beyond our control, that's now we involve national police service. Now what now we are doing now from tomorrow, now we have now joined a common approach. Now the team that was now formed yesterday, and I want to be very clear that not that the national police service didn't have the team were there, but it was not known the magnitude was that because it was not brought to light by the media. Remember the team. A mugger is a person who is dressed in a civilian way.
Yeah.
And unless that person is involved in an action, you may not know this person is a criminal. Unless we have a prior knowledge about that person, right? Right?
Yes.
So, following that now, we have now come together with the National Police Service, together with us, and the heavy presence of the police uniform, that the physical security that you can see in the CBD has been enhanced.
All right.
And in addition, officers undercover, who now include our team, they are working together.
They're working together.
And now
do we have the numbers of this team and how many people have been, how many officers from the county government and also from the police service have been taken into the streets? Yeah.
Now, what I can confirm from the side of the count team, from the day before yesterday and yesterday, we have 15.
50?
15.
Okay, 15.
But yes, but that is not that not all. The Kenya Police Service also have been doing their own arrest. If I remember yesterday, and if you watched my seniors when they were giving statement yesterday, they gave an estimate of that of them have been taken in. So I may not have the figure collectively, but when they are giving statement yesterday, they said over 30. Have been netted.
Yes. But I'm asking about the numbers of the officers who have been, taken into the streets. Do we have these numbers of officers from the county government who are now, like you said, manning the city undercover? They're able to secure different places in the city.
Oh, you mean now the total number of officers?
Yes.
No, the number is big. I may not say that, disclose that one, but I can tell you that it's enough. The number of officers on the ground is enough, and that's why I said uniformed and undercover, who may not know and see.
Right.
Unless now you see him in action now, when he's bouncing on a criminal.
All right.
Yes.
I want to engage Oscar Awiti. Oscar, what do you make of this squad that was formed by the county government? They're saying that they're working together with the police. They've been able to make some arrests, and they're also getting the help from the police officers.
Thank you, Betty. It is important to note, and I think it is a beautiful thing that the county government are putting an initiative to manage what is actually going on. I don't think this is going to manage this problem entirely. The reason I'm saying this is because the middle class today and the number of youths who are in Nairobi who are unemployed is very high. It would be a nice thing not just to be reactive, but also to become with some proactive programs. There are some socio-environmental factors that the county security team may want to take into consideration. And one of them, critically, is to get to understand demographically who are these people being involved in criminality. First of all, I don't even understand whether it qualifies to just be mugging. It's robbery. And it is robbery with violence. And so when young men have come up to be robbing during the day, there are opportunities that have come up. Number one, if you look at the public response on the streets when somebody has been attacked, it explains a lot. That is an opportunity because people will not come to support the person who is attacked.
Yes.
Number two, when you have netted 30, as Kizito says,
Kilonzi,
what is the total number of others who are out there? And what is the plan that the county government is having? It is calling for an effective environmental engagement, an effective management system where the county government demographically understands that, say, in Kayole, we have 1,000 youths who are trained in this area, they are skilled in this area, and they lack employment. There is a lot of economic hardship. When you have a lot of people who are lying idle, there are chances that they will look for opportunities of committing crimes. And so the opportunity has availed itself in the streets. And that is why many people are falling prey. So it is not just being reactive. It is a beautiful thing that they have formed a working relationship with police, which would have happened even a long time ago. But this is a bit reactive. It would be nice to come up with proactive measures.
Interesting you say that, and I appreciate your sentiments. But now that we're in this situation, it's a big issue here in the country that we have high unemployment rates. But right now that we're in this situation, my question to you would be: this squad that has been formed by the county government and they're getting the assistance from the police service, what do you think? What more do you think they can have so that they can be able to tackle this issue right now? Because this is happening right now. It's for sure. Unemployment rates are skyrocketing here in the country. But for now, what do you think can be injected into this squad to make it even more efficient as a security expert?
I think it's a good thing that the county government and the police are putting in a quick response unit. It is good. But then what I want to highlight is that when these young men are involved in this act of crime, the motive is, in most cases, is not identified. I would like to request that when they arrest them, it should not just, it is one thing to arrest them and it's another to identify why people get involved in this crime. So they need to investigate, they need to interview them, they need to extract the motive, why they are involved in this, so that they start treating it from the core. Now, another thing is that the county government needs to make sure that the town is well lit, particularly at night. But most interestingly is that these crimes are happening during the day. Yeah? So it explains that patrols have gone down in the streets. The regular, police is structured in a way that each street is taken care of. The numbers may be low, but then the regular patrols, because they take statistics of areas that we call the hotspots. So when they now patrol within the areas, the hotspot areas, and then they interview these people and get to understand their motive, and get to hatch the areas that they live and the time that they operate, it becomes very important, it makes life easy for the officers to manage. So I think it's a good thing they're doing, yeah, but then they need to go deeper to extract the motive to support the people of Nairobi.
All right, let me come back to studio. And one of the issues that has been brought to the fore is that the CBD is already so congested. You have quite a number of people coming, into the CBD for work and different things. And at the same time, you have the encroachment of hawkers who have now taken over the streets, making it even harder to be able to observe and point out criminal activities in the different crowds, in the different streets. What is the county government doing to ensure that, we don't have as many hawkers into the city so that it's easier to control what happens in there?
Now, remember, Betty, Nairobi is the headquarters of this country. And anybody in this country, from any corner, thinks of going to Nairobi to look for opportunities.
Yeah.
So everybody from all corners, at the end of the day, will come to the city to look for opportunities. That means, therefore, that the job markets cannot match the demand that we have. Now, the issue of hawkers, and you have to ask yourself, who is an hawker? Is hawking a criminal? If you ask me, I will tell you hawking is not a criminal. But it becomes an offense. We do license hawking because it is a way of survival. We do license hawkers, but to do business at some places that are properly designated,
yes,
and they are licensed. But now there are those ones who now are not licensed, and they do the job at the wrong places.
Yes.
Now they are now they come in and those now commit offenses, and these are pet offenses. Now, there are a lot of things that we do behind the scenes that people may not know. If you walk about the city now, CBD, you will realize that the number of hawkers you may see. In fact, you rarely see hawkers hawking within the CBD. But now, as you move away from the CBD, you will find quite a number of them. So, we cannot say that we can finish hawking in a day or so, because now people are trying means of survival. But first of all, we want to make sure the CBD is clear. And as we speak now, the CBD is clear with the workers. And we make sure that those ones who are committing offenses, and these are now pet crime offenses, but because it becomes an offense because this person has not been licensed and is doing business at the wrong place, which has not been authorized.
But isn't there like a permanent solution? Because the hawkers have been there for a long time in the CBD.
The county government is doing has a lot of master plan to deal with the hawkers' problems. For one, we have everywhere. We have in most of the sub-counties within the city, we have markets. We have Kolema, we have Ngikomba, we have Jericho, and all those markets. These are open markets, but those are the areas where you want these hawkers to be confined. Yeah. But they do legal jobs. But because there are very many, I remember my governor at one time giving a statement that there's an area which had been grabbed, Mariro Market. That's an area next to Kariakor and about. He has a master plan to build, to construct a very, very, very big market for the hawkers, which can accommodate quite a huge number. Something the county government is working, is thinking around the clock on how to assist these people, because these are our people and we care for them.
All right. Yeah. But also we have the issue to do with the street families that are also, part of the problem. Is this in the county government's list of priorities?
Yes, we have. Yes, we are also trying to clear our streets from clear them of street families. But when you get them, we take them to our social streets that we have. We have increased security in the town, all corners. It is composed of the KPS, that is the Kenya Police Service, Administrative Service, CID, and now our team. Okay. And the entire area is covered.
All right.
So I want to assure them to walk about the city without any fear, because we are there for them. And now the town is more safer than any before. That one I can confirm.
All right. So we'll continue to follow on that development. So hopefully that, the security of Nairobians is going to improve, with the squad that was launched yesterday. All right.